recording it, of course. If we can allow you to speak when it comes to the time of the questions, you can raise your hand and I can give you the floor, or else you can also use the Q&A chat that you can see at the bottom of the screen. So we'll get to that time. You can keep writing your questions if you like, but we'll be addressing them at the end when it's the time for the Q&A at the end of the presentation, so that you can hear all our information. And at the end, let us know if there's still room here for some questions. Do you still have some doubts? Do you need some clarification? So we're here for this today. So welcome, and I will pass the floor to Juros Novak. He's from NIC, from our coordination of Remedies project, and he will be starting by presenting what is the umbrella here, what is the context of this open call. Juros?
Thank you, Lina. Hi, everyone. Do you see my screen? Yes.
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, so as you can see, we have a problem, and the problem you can see clearly in the picture. So is this for future? Is this something that we created? But our mission is, our project is to try to solve it and try to educate people as much as possible about a possible solution. As a Remedies, we are a Mediterranean sea-based lighthouse. What we want to achieve is to not be very aggressive towards plastic, but try to convince everyone that we can have a fresh start, because all the pollution is starting from us, not from nature itself. So to have a clean ocean, clean sea, and a good, let's say, touristic seasons in the Mediterranean, it's very important that we come as one. So here you can see the partnership of the project. So we are quite a large consortium of 23 partners from 12 countries, and we are joining forces to develop, innovate, and to innovate the solutions, which will be tested in 8 different countries, in 9 demonstration sites. What else? Yeah. And it's very important that we try to engage as many citizens as we can. And this is also why this open call is so important. Since you will be like partners to us, and which means that you will share the motivation, the energy, and the solutions that Remedies is providing. What we do, so as a consortium, we are focusing on 3 main pillars: monitoring, detect, and collect and valorize. This is the topics which will be covered in the first open call. And we also developed solutions which are maybe more sustainable in the future, when we try to eliminate the overconsumption of the plastics, therefore reducing prevent and reduce the waste. And also by reusing, we also try to develop different business models. So in project, we have 12 innovations. Just to get a quick overview what we have. So for detection and monitoring, which is very important for the cities, municipalities, because if you know what is there, you can make more successful plans, how to make successful business model out of it, or how to even propose some sanctions, taxes, and so on. So we will work on the different AI technologies with drones, both air drones and underwater drones. And also since there's not just one type of plastic, we also have different methods, which will be like enable us to fast screen different types of plastics which are in. And also everything this will be connected to digital twin. So we will work with an app that will be developed and will be available to the one that will be selected in the open calls to use it. For the collection and valorization, so knowing that we have a plastic litter problem is nothing new. So what to do with it is the second pillar. So collection and valorization. Collection is more engaging people that they're aware of the problem. And here we're quite successful. For example, last month in September, through our campaigns, we collected more than 3 tons of plastic waste in 3 different locations. We also work in the prevention that plastic will come to the sea. So it's a river cleaning system that we will test in Tirana. And also 2 business models when in the first one, we filter the water. And here the business model that the water can be reused. So it's very powerful innovation. The second one is collecting microplastic with the clamp and skim technology. So this is for the wastewater treatment plants. And at the end, to get the material that you can use in the construction. The last one, since this is not part of this open call, but still that you have a full overview of the remedies, also for the prevention and zero waste. So here we have anti-terror campaigns for zero plastic waste solution, biodegradable fishing gear, zero weight cups and bottles for the festivals, and of course zero waste natural cosmetic for tourism. Since you know, every time you go to the tourist destination or in the hotel, these small shampoo bottles are there waiting for you. So we're trying to replace it with our innovative solution of zero waste coatings for the shampoos that you can see here. To give a brief overview what we will deliver throughout the project, which lasts 4 years. So it started 2022 and will last till end of 2026. What is important for you? So the open calls here, we have 500,000 with the grant up to 100,000. And we want to scale and replicate our innovation also through your great ideas to be even more successful with reaching our target goals. What is already going, it's 20-ton challenge. So here, even if you're not participating in open calls or not be selected, here you can already collaborate with us with different partners. So we want to extend these target areas of operations, since it's very important that the message is reached to the people that first we have to clean our oceans, that if you want to start a new successful alternatives that are coming through Remedies project. So with this, I will stop. So here we have our social media to follow, and I will give the word back to our success team in charge in the Remedies project for the open calls. So Lina.
Thank you, Iris. Great job. I hope everyone is now more even excited about this opportunity of joining our mission. My name is Lina Silveira, and I'm from F Success, and we're responsible for the open call management in Remedies project. That is why I'm leading today this session, and that is why this opportunity is open, and we invited you to be here and know more about how to join us in this mission. So we'll be starting by pointing out, and you heard Euro saying something about Remedies project and some of our objectives and the actions that we're focused on. So this first open call, the focus is on collection and valorization of litter, of plastic from the ocean and rivers. So therefore, we wanted here to explain what valorization and collection means. What is the focus here? So the focus is on valorization strategies for plastic waste. In the case of valorization, finding innovative ways to extract this value and benefit the collection of plastic waste. And also has to do with recycling initiatives, transforming plastics and making into new products, And also in another way, another point is also the upcycling techniques. So it's to convert the plastic into higher value products, repurposing plastic also, and or recycling processes, either for energy, either for chemical processes. So it's important that we also have into view what may be done. In the case of collection, we also point out to the establishment of effective systems of collection of plastic waste, and also for measures of properly segregate, collect, transport to the appropriate facilities. Another point of collection is also involving and engaging the local municipalities, the local citizens, to also for the waste management involvement, also in new techniques, new innovation, in improving this collection or recycling organizations, also to optimize collection processes. So here it's like one of the objectives is not only to gain also an engagement, a new engagement and involvement of the community, but also raise awareness, implement new techniques, also move forward with actions that can be of value for the community. So at the end, it's something that is transversal and very important, either in the sense of valorization, either in the sense of collection. Sorry, okay. So what are the main points about this open call? So this open call was launched on the 15th of September. If you follow our social media, probably you've seen a lot of posts regarding our opportunity, and the deadline will be on 15th of November 2023 at 17 p.m. This is important because after that time, not even 1 minute after, we'll be allowing also for the submissions. You have 2 months to do it. So it's a lot of time also to plan, to organize internally. It's up to 100,000 per project. So in total, we have 200,000. And it can go up to 100,000 per project. So it can be between 2 to 3 selected on this open call. Our objective is to give enough budget so that the actions that you promote, that you suggest us, are impactful enough to make sense, to really have something to give back to what is this mission, what is needed in terms of collection and valorization. And this OC1 will be running for 6 months period. So after the communication of the awarded applicants, will be following up for 6 months for the implementation of the proposed project. It will be 6 months project. And along these 6 months will provide many benefits that will be, I will be stating them not in a few slides, but one of them that I wanted to highlight here is that you will be having also the mentorship program. So we'll have the follow-up of partners that are closer in terms of the type of scientific and technical proposal, but also that makes sense in terms of geographical proximity. And this will be named after, and the mentors will be named after we know who will be the awarded applicants. So, and it's very important that you know that this call is directed to visionary local and regional authorities and public organizations. So this is really important. It doesn't mean that, of course, we know that local and regional authorities need to be supported by other organizations, namely private organizations that will be implementing, although the ones that can submit the proposal, the leading ones in the ones that are receiving this grant, can only be local and regional authorities, okay, and public organizations that can that have to develop service and solutions and actions that go within the context that Uros was explaining about the project, but also in the context of collection and valorization of the Open Call 1. So that there has to be an alignment here, and these solutions, these services, these sections have to benefit and will be speed up to uptake the plastic litter collection with the support of this grant and other services that we provide. Hopefully, that's our goal as well. So who is eligible? Let's continue on this subject. This is very important because from the beginning, we'll be having a selection from the lists of the applicants that submitted their proposals, and this will be the points that will be seen even before it follows up for an evaluation. So, is your project aligned with the goals of the call and the Mediterranean? Is it the public sector, a local or regional authority? Is it countries linked directly and indirectly to the Mediterranean? And we have to see in what way it makes sense for the countries to have projects that has as a goal the Mediterranean, because the project, it's their context as well. And also, are you a member state associated country eligible for Horizon Europe support? And Ina is my colleague from F6S. She's my right arm in this management of the Open Call, and it wouldn't be possible without her. And she will be sharing the links on the chat so that you can verify as well. It's very important because there's a long list of countries that are eligible, and you may be part of it as well, or know someone that is part of it and can be the ideal organization to participate here. Also, another important question is that from the call, it's not us, Remedies Project per se, saying this. This is the rules that we're following from a route of the call that was proposed for the European Commission. So we cannot accept, and it's not eligible, the countries that are part of the Remedies project. So the local authorities and regional authorities that are based in Albania, in Belgium, Croatia, France, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Morocco, Serbia, Slovenia, and Spain are not eligible. Therefore, if it's this is your case, I would advise you to contact other local and regional authorities that you know that may be within what is eligible in this open call, and let them know about this opportunity. Unfortunately, the ones that are based in these countries, in the 12 countries of the partners of the Remedies project, are not eligible. Okay, but you can see more information about this on the guide for applicants. I'll ask Ina also to post the link that is directly from our website, Remedies website. And the guide of applicants is for applicants. It's like the main book with the rules that we have to follow on the guide of applicants. So it's very important that every question you have, you go firstly to the guide of applicants. And if you don't answer the question or it's too specifically, then you should come back to us so that we can also highlight any questions you may have about this open call and about the project. So following this, what are the benefits for the selected applicants? I already talked about the grant. I already talked about the mentorship, but it's also the access to tools and resources, the tutorials and webinars, the access, not only the mentors that will be assigned, but also the experts that are part of the project and key ecosystem stakeholders, which are part of the Remedies network, and access to use cases to pilot your solutions, enter-wide European network of 23 partners in 12 countries, and of course, being selected as an applicant for an open call in a Horizon Europe project is something that gives also visibility, credibility, and that will be using also our social networks, our website, to promote also our applicants, our participants of the Open Call 1. So, of course, it's always an advantage also to promote the good work that you do regionally and locally. Another point here that is also important for you to be aware, it's a methodology. So how this process of selection will be working. So first of all, you'll be doing the process of the submission and will be stepping for 3 different stages from the 15th September on, when the open call is closed. When the deadline is reached, we'll be closing the applications and we'll be doing admissibility and eligibility check. This is done by F6S team. So we'll be checking on that point who complies with the rules that we already stated, some of them here. And the ones that comply will be following up for the external experts evaluation. At this time, we have some external experts call running. These will be evaluated and selected by the partners, and these external experts will sign a confidentiality and a non-conflict agreements, so that they can read your proposals and score them, so that after that process of the external evaluators, completely independent evaluators, they can rank it and send to the project management of the open call, so us, F6S, the final results that will be presented then to all the partners of the project. When you do it, they will be assessed by the internal partners, so a pool of partners that will be designated to do so. And from there will be a confirmation that the process is okay, that it's correctly selected, that the ones that are part of the process are the more adequate to the goal of the open call. And from there, we'll be announcing the results to the applicants. So some evaluation summary reports where you have some information regarding the several comments that were done, the evaluation per application, so that you know a bit more on how to even develop and improve your project. So we see this as an added value, because you're going to have an assessment, a view from external experts regarding your application. So it's always a win, I would say. Even if you're not selected, it's an opportunity to have an assessment about your project. And the objective here is that when you receive this evaluation summary report, you already know if you're in the process or not. In case you are selected, there will be a kickoff meeting for the selected applicants on the 11th of January, so in the beginning of the year. So we'll be jumping here the Christmas season, so that we can start the 6 months period of the open call one. So what are the criteria here for the selection? So there are 4 important points that will be evaluated in the same average. They have the same weight in the evaluation. That will be the concept and innovation. This has to do with the quality, the credibility, the clarity, the alignment, the innovation level, but also in terms of strategy and implementation perspective and practices. Another important point, and the following point, is the expertise and excellence of the proposed team. So we have to see that the team has the appropriate skills to implement what you propose, the competences, the expertise to deliver the project. And the third point is the alignment in the project planning. So we have here, what is the logical of the alignment of your activities? So we have to see if it fits with the open call as well, if it's also doable in terms of ambition, if it's ambitious enough, but also if it's possible to implement such number of actions or such action within the defined time for open call one, which is 6 months. So it's important also that you identify concrete objectives and milestones regarding this proposed initiatives, and also indicate the costs related to it, because as you know, it cannot be beyond 100,000 euros. So it has to be within the budget. So in this point, this will be assessed. The fourth and last point, but not less important, is also the impact and sustainability. So this is very important for us and for the European Commission, which is also quite invested in having these projects, and for us to really give this budget and this grant to have an impact that will benefit all of us as European citizens and towards the goal of sustainability. So we have to set up actions and have the ambition and explain the objectives, in what way this will make a difference in your community, in what way this will contribute to the underlying potential and extent of overall impact and replication also of the project actions. So this is very important also, that we have sustainability in a way that it's applicable, that it lasts beyond the 6 months of the project, that indicates that this is just a starting point that will have our support, but will be able to continue. So, and now we go to the more practical part. You already explained everything that is already in the guide of applicants, in terms of the spirit of the open call. And now in terms of practical terms, okay, you're interested, you're eligible. So what is missing here so that I can use this opportunity and really be an applicant? So to be an applicant, you have to start, and I insist in this because this is very important. You have to know what's in the guide of applicants. You have to go there and really verify through the different points, and I hope it's clear enough for you. So our goal is to make extended, but also very clear and not to point document for your use. So please use it and really consult it to see what is important to state in your project that really is valued in the criteria that are requested. And from there, you should go to our website for the manager of the open call, so have success, and build a profile, because this will allow you to then get in our platform and find all the information about the open call one and fill in your submission, your application. So in your application, you have different questions. You should fill them all out. And one of the points is to upload also the technical document. This technical document is describing all the process, all the steps, the budget, all the information that we said, that will be then uploaded, should be uploaded in your application. And of course, you have to fill in your upload and complete the technical document and apply it. And as I was saying, the guide of applicants, you have here the link already in the chat. This is visually what you can expect there. Don't get scared because it's lengthy. You can do always the search in the document, and it's useful as well because you have all the information you need. So you can consult to see any information that it's missing, that you think it's important to have the most competitive application to be able to win it as well. So we invested also that for the good projects. So if you have a good project, you're more than welcome. And we want you all to be invested in this. So we'll make your life easy. And here you can buy, as I was saying, to build your success profile. And here I did a print screen of my own profile on F-Success. So we have to fill in on this link here. And we have something like that. So your name and your description, if it's your organization, also the name of your organization, the logo of your organization. So it should be done before you start the process. Also, another important point is the technical document that is mandatory to be uploaded. As you can see, it's a normal Word document where you should also erase some of the yellow parts here that are indicated, and do and follow up this template to fill in completely, and then upload it when you are doing your application. So your application won't be complete if you don't upload your technical document. So you'll have this other simple questions as the proposal title, the proposal acronym, the application organization full legal name and address, and then you have the technical document, which is more focused on the actions itself. And that's it. Also, I'll come back again as Euros finish his presentation by presenting our social media. I'll indicate you also that it's a very important source of information of what is going on in the project, what are the following steps, to remind you about the deadlines, to let you know about the actions that we are implementing, the events that we are participating. But also you have here also the email that you can send us about very specific questions. So not a general one. Please don't come back to us with questions that can be answered in Guide of Applicants. I really would appreciate that. We would, for sure. But if it's something very specific to your use case, you can send us an email through the official Open Call address. Of course, we will be basing our questions in the Guide of Applicants or any other very specific, very objective in a way, but it's available so that you can reach out to us in any questions you have. And of course, once again, we ask you to really apply, follow, share, and support our mission. So thank you very much. And now I open the floor for any questions and answers that you may have. In case you want to ask something more specific that you don't want to state here publicly, as I said, you can always reach out to us through our email. And also there's a public forum in F-Success. So as soon as you also enroll in F-Success and go to Open Call, to the Open Call, Remedies Open Call, you have access also to a public forum where you can make public open questions if it's something that is not confidential and you don't, there isn't any issues on sharing it publicly. So is anyone being able to use the Q&A? Can you share it? Ina, do you see any questions in the Q&A? Because I cannot see it. Maybe you can.
Not yet.
Okay. So we'll wait 2 minutes in case you need more time to think about it. But if not, I'll be in one way happy, thinking that maybe we were clear enough to answer your questions, which is good. But please let us know by email in case you have any questions. I'll be stop sharing it so I can see it here. Uros, you have your hand raised. Tell me.
Yeah, during the presentation, I got the email from the porter, from one who is interested to apply, and maybe you can comment on that. He said we tried to contact you before via info@remedies.com. So this is not correct email. So
Exactly.
yeah, so maybe this is also
the info. It's not for questions about Open Call, and the only way that we'll be accepting applications is through F-Success platform. It's the only eligible way to submit your applications. It can be the best in the world, but if it's not used the correct way of applying through the F-Success platform with the technical document, it won't be accepted. So please use the official measures that we put into place so that we can have also transparency, equality in the applications. So no questions then?
I can see 2 questions now just arrived. Massimo asks, can higher education and research institutions apply or just authorities?
Urus, In this one, as we discussed, and it can complement it, if it's a public entity, it's considered eligible. But be aware because of the location. I don't know where you're located, but it has to be in one of the eligible geographical locations, as we said. I can see now the questions and answers. We are not a public entity, but we could partner with a public entity to apply. Well, in this case, as I said, we are not accepting consortiums. It has to be one only entity. If you provide services to this local or regional authority, it is fine. But as a private organization, you cannot be, upfronting applying. It has to be the public organization. Now, Joseph Piscopo says, if I understood correctly, the 6 months for implementations need to include everything. That is, any procurement processes, implementations, and results. Yes, it's 6 months period. So as I said, we'll be communicating. As soon as you communicate that you're eligible, you already know, and you can advance with all the processes because you know that you will be receiving this grant. So this will be in December, and it will be starting in January officially to a kickoff. Okay, so you have this kind of a margin, and we have this 6 months implementation. Yes, that's what's stated in the grant agreement and the call and the European Commission that stated that this is what we have to follow. So it's the 6 months. Of course, we're not asking for very extended applications. As you can see through the guide of applicants, it can be actions as cleaning the beaches, transforming the litter into art, involving the community, namely schools in this project. So we have to see overall how can we make it work, taking into account that you're public organizations, and we know the challenge that you have to deal with. We're conscious of it, but we have to adjust also for the rules of the call that came before us and that we're applying accordingly. But please be aware, first of all the conditions of the open call. So, and that's it. I think we already answered the open questions. So I don't know if you want to say some words, Euros, to close it, some additions to what I was saying. And maybe we'll be closing then. If there's no new questions, we'll be closing the session.
Yes, thank you, Lina and Tina, for this nice webinar. So there'll be another one. And this will be promoted through social media. So don't worry, you didn't miss anything. And yeah, we will, it's a good opportunity to see what type of questions are raising. So we will also put this, I guess, in the webpage as a frequently asked questions and so on. So you can have these answers already there. So please check our webpage. Please also share our webpage. And there you have all information. It will be updated all the time. So don't worry. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. And I like also to say, yes, we'll have a second webinar. So it will be at the end of the month. We'll be announcing it soon enough. So if you want also to promote it, in case you've seen that you're not eligible for any reason, please, share the word. We're here all together to attain this mission. And if you're not able to be involved at this time, keep following us because you may be having other opportunities also to engage and benefit from our mission and from our project. So thank you very much, and see you soon, and all the best.